Welcome back to Daily Dose of Aramaic. Now that we have finished the Biblical Aramaic, which is to say the Old Testament Aramaic, it's time to look at the Aramaic that we have in the New Testament. This will not by any means take as long as the Old Testament, which was over 2 years and over 500 videos. Let's get to it. There's some things that we want to keep in mind, some factors we want to keep in mind about looking at the Aramaic in the New Testament. The first is that we have the benefit of voweled transliteration, which is to say that Greek has vowels, unlike the manuscripts of Aramaic from the ancient world that are not part of the Bible. So that's helpful for more precise reconstruction in some cases to have the vowels, or at least what the transcriber believed were the right way of rendering the vowels in Greek. There's another factor we need to keep in mind, and that is textual criticism, because of course New Testament manuscripts can have different witnesses to the Aramaic transcription in Greek. We also want to keep in mind that the Aramaic in the New Testament could be influenced by Hebrew, because there's a sort of a continuum of religious language between Hebrew and Aramaic, as well as common words, and that there are more than one dialect of Aramaic represented in the geography of the land of Israel in the time of the New Testament. So these are factors which can influence the transcribed Aramaic in the New Testament. And then finally, most of the Aramaic in the New Testament is actually in the Gospels. So in many cases, we have more than one Gospel, especially among the Synoptic Gospels, witness to an Aramaic phrase or a word. So this is also a factor to keep in mind for figuring out what the Aramaic expression was, especially when the Gospels differ. Now, there are 3 kinds of Aramaic in the New Testament. There are sentences, proper nouns, and certain other words. I'm dividing the Aramaic into these 3 categories. And we're going to start off with sentences, and that will be where we begin in our next episode.